Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to speak English, but suddenly your mind just stopped? Maybe you were in a class, or talking to someone at work, or even ordering food. You knew what you wanted to say, but the words didn't come out. You felt nervous. Your mouth stayed closed. You thought, what if I make a mistake? What if they don't understand me? What if I sound silly? So you stayed quiet. You are not the only one. This happens to thousands of English learners every day. And it's not because you're not smart. It's not because you're bad at English. It's simply because speaking a new language is scary at first. It takes practice, support, and most of all, confidence. And here's the truth. You don't need perfect English to speak confidently. You don't need to memorize 10,000 words. You don't need to master advanced grammar. You need something much more powerful and much more simple. You need to know how to use the words you already have. You need to learn how to speak without fear. And you need real, simple steps that make speaking English feel easy and natural, not like a test. In this video, I will guide you through that process. Step by step, we'll break the fear. We'll build your confidence. And I'll show you how to make simple English sentences that you can use in real life today. So stay with me till the end. Each chapter is important. Each one gives you a tool. These are the tools I've used to teach students for over 25 years. And now I'm sharing them with you. Chapter 1. Why you're afraid to speak English and why that's normal. Let's talk honestly. Many people are afraid to speak English, even people who have studied English for many years, even people who know a lot of grammar and vocabulary. When it's time to speak, they become quiet. They feel nervous. Some feel shy. Others feel scared to make mistakes. Some people worry that others will laugh at them. Some people are afraid they will say the wrong thing. So, what do? They stop speaking. But I want to tell you something important. This fear is completely normal. You are not weak. You are not bad at English. You are not lazy. You are human. And your brain is trying to protect you. Let me explain. When you feel fear, your brain thinks you are in danger. Just like when you hear a loud noise or see something scary, your brain wants you to be safe. So, when you try to speak English and you feel unsure or embarrassed, your brain thinks, uh-oh, this is dangerous. Better stay quiet. Better say nothing. That's why your mind can suddenly go blank. That's why you can forget words you know. It's not your fault. It's how the brain works when we feel nervous. But here's the good news. You can teach your brain that speaking English is safe, not dangerous. And when your brain learns this, the fear starts to go away. Confidence starts to grow. It's a process, and it begins with understanding this fear and learning how to move past it. So, why does this fear happen more often with speaking and not with reading or listening? It's simple. Speaking is public. When you speak, someone is watching you. Maybe it's your teacher. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a stranger. But when you speak, you feel like people can see your mistakes. When you read or write, you are alone. There's no pressure. That's why reading and writing usually feel easier. even if they are not. Also, when you speak, everything happens fast. You don't have time to think, check your grammar, or look up a word. You need to respond in real time. That's another reason why speaking feels more difficult. It's fast, it's public, and it feels risky. So, how can we reduce this fear? Let's start with one powerful idea. You don't need perfect grammar to speak English. This may surprise you. Many learners think, I can't speak English until my grammar is perfect. But guess what? No one has perfect grammar, not even native speakers. People make small mistakes all the time, and that's okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is connection, communication. Think about this. A baby doesn't wait to speak until their grammar is perfect. A baby speaks first. They say one word, then two, then three. Slowly, they learn grammar after they start speaking. But they are never afraid. They try. They repeat. They enjoy it. And they learn by doing. You can do the same. Start small. Start with one sentence. I am happy. That's English. That's speaking. Then say, I am happy today. Then try, I am not happy today. I am tired. These are simple sentences, easy to remember, easy to use, and powerful because now you are speaking. You don't need to say long, difficult sentences. You don't need to use big words. Most native speakers use simple words in daily life. I'm hungry. Let's go. That's great. These are the kinds of sentences that build confidence because they help you communicate right now. Another important idea, speaking English is a skill, and every skill needs practice. Let's imagine you want to learn to swim. Can you learn swimming just by reading books or watching videos? Number. You need to get into the water. You need to try. You might feel nervous at first, but the more you swim, the more confident you feel. English is the same. You can study grammar, read books, and listen to podcasts. But if you never speak, you will never build speaking confidence. You need to speak. You need to practice. Even if it's just one sentence a day, even if you speak to yourself, every word you say is practice. Every sentence you speak builds your confidence, little by little. So don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start now. Speak today. Even a small step is a step forward. In this chapter, I wanted to show you two big truths. One, it's normal to feel afraid to speak English. Two, you don't need to be perfect to start speaking. When you accept these ideas, something magical happens. The pressure goes away. You stop worrying about mistakes. You start focusing on the message, on what you want to say. And that is the beginning of real, confident communication. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to build simple sentences that you can use every day. These sentences are like building blocks, small, strong, and useful. So stay with me because this is just the beginning. You're going to speak English, and you're going to feel good doing it. Chapter 2. Start with simple sentences and use them. Every day. If you want to speak English confidently, there is one important thing to understand. You don't need big, long, difficult sentences. You need simple sentences, the kind you can use in real life, and not just once or twice, but every day. Let me tell you something. I have taught English for more than 25 years. I've seen students who studied for years but still felt nervous to speak. Why? Because they were always thinking about big grammar rules. They were always trying to say complicated things, but then I gave them one small, simple sentence. I like coffee. I asked them to say it. Then I asked them to say it again, but change one word. I like tea. Then again, I like music. And something changed. They smiled. They relaxed. They said, yes, I can say this. I know this. This is how real speaking starts, not with big grammar books, but with small steps. And in this chapter, I will show you how to take those steps, one at a time. Let's begin with the most basic and powerful sentence structure in English. Subject plus verb plus object. That's it. Let me show you. I eat rice. She plays football. They watch TV. We drink water. In each sentence, the subject is the person, I, she, they, we. The verb is the action, eat, play, watch, drink, and the object is the thing, rice, football, TV, water. It's simple. It's clear. And you can use this pattern to say hundreds of useful sentences. Now let's try a few more. Repeat after me. Yes, even if you're alone. I like coffee. He drives a car. They read books. We love music. Do you see how easy that is? These are real sentences. These are sentences people use in daily life, at home, at work, in the street. You don't need to say big things. You just need to say something, and say it clearly. Now let's make it more fun. Let's play with the sentence. I always tell my students, English is not just a language, it's a tool, and you can play with it. Start with this sentence. I like coffee. Now change one word. I like tea. I like milk. I like juice. Now change the subject. She likes coffee. They like coffee. We like coffee. Now change the verb. I drink coffee. I make coffee. I need coffee. You see? One simple sentence becomes 10, then 20, then more. You are not memorizing. You are creating. And that's when English becomes yours. That's when you start to feel, yes, I can do this. Here's another structure you can use. Subject plus be, am, is, are, plus adjective, noun. Examples. I am happy. She is tired. We are friends. They are teachers. This structure is great for talking about feelings, jobs, relationships, and more. Again, simple, but powerful. Let's try it together. I am busy today. He is a student. They are at school. We are ready. Practice these out loud. Don't just read them in your head. Your mouth needs practice too. Speaking is a physical activity. You need to move your tongue, your lips, your voice. That's how your brain starts to remember. Let me give you a quick tip. Choose 3 simple sentences every day and repeat them 10 times each. Let's say your 3 sentences are, I am learning English. I like reading. She goes to school. Say each one 10 times. Slowly, clearly, out loud. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. But you are training your brain and your mouth to speak English naturally. It's like going to the gym. but for your speaking skills. You can also do this in the mirror. Look at yourself and say, "Good morning, I am learning English. Today is a good day. I am confident." I've had students who started with just one sentence in front of the mirror. After 1 month, they were speaking whole paragraphs. Here's something important to remember. Simple doesn't mean weak. Simple means clear. When you speak simply, people understand you. You don't confuse them. You don't confuse yourself. And as your confidence grows, your English grows. First small sentences, then longer ones. But always clear. Always useful. Let's finish this chapter with a small challenge. Take one sentence, any sentence from this video, and write down 5 new versions. For example, I like movies. I like dancing. I like learning English. I like traveling. I like walking at night. This is how fluency starts. One sentence becomes many. One word becomes a habit. So don't wait. Don't try to learn everything at once. Start small. Start today. Use simple English every day, at home, at work, while walking. Say your sentences again and again. You will see the change. You will feel more confident. In the next chapter, I will teach you how to keep speaking, even when you forget a word or don't know something. You will learn how to continue a conversation, even if your English is not perfect. That's where real fluency begins. Chapter 3. Speak with what you know, not what you don't. Let's be honest. What's the #1 reason most learners stop speaking English? They don't know a word. That's it. Just one word. You're having a conversation. It's going okay. You want to say something. But suddenly, there's a word you don't know. You stop. You think, I don't know how to say this. You feel nervous. You stay quiet. And the conversation ends. But it doesn't have to be this way. In this chapter, I want to teach you something powerful. You don't need to know every word to keep speaking. You only need to know how to work with what you already have. And believe me, you have more than you think. This chapter is about what I call survival English. It means using simple tools to keep the conversation alive. It means speaking even when you don't know the perfect word. It means using your creativity, not your memory, to speak. Let's start with a simple idea. Go around the word. Imagine this. You want to say the word refrigerator, but you forget it. You can stop talking, or you can go around the word. You can say, the big cold box in the kitchen. The place where we keep the milk and eggs. You know, the thing that makes food cold. Now you're communicating. The other person will understand. You didn't use the right word, but you still made your meaning clear. And that's what matters. This is how children learn to speak. They don't know every word, so they describe things. And people understand. You can do the same. Let's try another one. You forget the word library. No problem. You say, the place with many books. You can read or borrow books there. I go there to study. It's quiet. Again, the message is clear. This is called describing with simple English. You don't stop. You go around the problem. Now, let's learn another trick. Explain the word. Maybe you don't know the exact name for something, but you can explain what it does or what it looks like. For example, let's say you don't know the word thermometer. You can say, it's something that tells you if it's hot or cold. Doctors use it when you are sick. You put it in your mouth to check your temperature. This method is very helpful. It keeps you talking. It makes your English real and useful, even if it's not perfect. Now let's talk about guessing from context. Sometimes you hear a new word in conversation. You don't understand it, but you hear the words around it. You can guess what it means. For example, I'm so tired today, I didn't sleep well, I have a headache. Even if you don't know the word headache, you hear the clues. Tired, didn't sleep well. You can guess. It must be something bad that happens when you don't rest. This is how your brain learns naturally, just like a child learns. You don't need a dictionary every time. You need to listen, think, and guess. This keeps you involved in the conversation. This keeps you growing. Here's another important idea. Use words you already know. Many learners try to use big words because they want to sound smart, but that can make things harder. Instead, use simple words that you are comfortable with. That's how you build fluency. For example, don't say, I am utterly exhausted. Just say, I am very tired. Both sentences are correct, but the second one is easier. And easier is better, especially when you're learning. You can always learn new words later. Right now, speak with what you know. Also, remember this. Fluent speakers are not people who know the most words. Fluent speakers are people who know how to keep talking. They can explain. They can describe. They can ask questions. They don't stop when they forget a word. They find another way. And that is the skill you're learning right now. Let me give you a little practice. What if you forget the word broom? What can you say? Try. I use it to clean the floor. It's long. It has a stick and some hair at the bottom. I sweep with it. Perfect. That's survival English. That's creative English. That's confident English. You can also use gestures. Point. Move your hands. Use your face. Communication is not just about words. It's also about body language. That's how we all understand each other better. And one more tip. Use what's it called, or I don't know the word, but these phrases help you continue the conversation, even when you forget a word. I need to buy, what's it called, the thing for cleaning teeth. Oh yes, a toothbrush. I don't know the word, but it's sweet, and we eat it after dinner. These are natural, useful phrases. Even native speakers say them all the time. Let's finish this chapter with a simple message. Don't stop because you don't know a word. Keep going. Say something. Try. Explain. Describe. Use your hands. Use your face. Use simple words. Use your courage. That's how you become a confident speaker. In the next chapter, I will show you how to practice speaking English, even if you are completely alone. You don't need a classroom or a language partner. You only need yourself, your voice, and a few minutes a day. Chapter 4. Practice speaking, even if you're alone. Many students say the same thing to me. I want to speak English, but I have no one to talk to. They live in a place where no one speaks English. Their friends don't speak English. Their family doesn't speak English. They ask me, how can I practice speaking if I'm alone? I always give the same answer. You don't need another person to start speaking. You only need yourself. It sounds strange, but it's true. You can practice speaking English every day, even if you're completely alone in your room. And in this chapter, I'll show you exactly how to do that. Let's begin with something very simple and very powerful. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. Talk to yourself in English. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to have a full conversation. Just start with small sentences. You wake up in the morning, say, "Good morning. I feel tired today. I have to go to work. I need to brush my teeth. You're making tea?" Say, "I'm making tea. I like tea with milk. The water is hot now. It's ready." This is simple, daily English. It's easy, it's natural, and it helps you think in English. The more you say these things out loud, the more your brain gets used to speaking in English. And don't worry, no one is watching. You're just talking to yourself. It's safe. There's no pressure. But the benefit is huge. You are building confidence. You are using the words you already know, and you're creating a speaking habit. The second method I teach is called shadowing. Shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say, at the same time or just after them. It's like being their shadow. Here's how you do it. 1. Find a short English video or audio clip. It can be a podcast, a scene from a movie, or a YouTube video. 2. Listen carefully to one sentence. 3. Pause the audio. Repeat the sentence out loud, exactly how they said it. 4. Try to copy their voice, their rhythm, and their tone. This helps you improve your pronunciation, your fluency, and your listening, all at the same time. You can do this for just 5 minutes a day. Choose something simple, like a video for English learners or a short story. Over time, your mouth and your ears will get used to English sounds. You'll begin to sound more natural, more confident. Another powerful way to practice alone is to record yourself. Many people feel nervous when they hear their own voice, but I promise you, this method works. Here's what to do. 1. Choose a topic. For example, my morning routine or what I did yesterday. 2. Speak for 1 or 2 minutes about that topic in English. 3. Record your voice on your phone or computer. 4. Listen to the recording. Try to hear your mistakes, but don't be too hard on yourself. Focus on the good parts too. This helps you become more aware of how you speak. You can hear your progress. You can fix small mistakes. And each time you record, you'll sound a little better. Now let me give you 5 powerful speaking tasks you can do every day, and each one takes just 5 minutes or less. Task 1. Describe what you see. Look around the room. Pick 3 things. Describe them in English. Example. This is my table. It's brown. I use it for studying. This helps you build vocabulary for your environment. Task 2. Talk about your day. Say what you did today. Use past tense. Example. I woke up at 7. I made breakfast. I went to work. This helps you practice everyday verbs and storytelling. Task 3. Ask and answer a question. Think of a simple question. Answer it out loud. Example: what is your favorite food? I like pizza because it's delicious. This builds thinking speed in English. Task 4. Make one sentence and change it. Start with one basic sentence. I like tea. Now change it 5 times. I like coffee. I don't like soda. She likes juice. We like water. They don't like milk. This trains you to be flexible with language. Task 5. Shadow one sentence. Find one sentence from a native speaker. Listen and repeat it 5 times. Try to sound just like them. This improves your pronunciation and fluency. These tasks may seem small, but small things done every day become big progress. Speaking is a skill, like playing the guitar or riding a bicycle. You don't get better by thinking about it. You get better by doing it. Even 5 minutes of speaking a day is better than 0 minutes. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, it's necessary to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Every time you speak, you're telling your brain, I can do this. I had one student who was very shy. She had no one to speak English with. But every day, she stood in front of her mirror and spoke for 2 minutes. After 2 months, she could speak confidently in class. Not because she had a teacher, but because she had a habit. You can do the same. You don't need a language partner. You don't need a native speaker. You just need your voice, your mind, and your time. In the next chapter, I will share some confidence tricks that even native speakers use. Things that will help you speak clearly, slowly, and powerfully, even if you feel nervous inside. Chapter 5. Use confidence tricks that even native speakers use. Now let's talk about confidence. Not the kind you feel in your head, but the kind other people see when you speak. Maybe you think that native speakers are always confident. Maybe you think they never feel nervous when they talk. But let me tell you a secret. Even native speakers get nervous sometimes. Even teachers, public speakers, and actors feel nervous before they speak. The difference is, they know a few simple tricks to look and sound confident, even if they don't feel it inside. In this chapter, I'm going to teach you those tricks. These are not complicated grammar rules. These are easy, powerful habits that you can use every day to speak more clearly, more slowly, and more confidently, starting today. Let's begin with one of the most important tricks. Pause before you speak. Many learners feel they must answer immediately when someone asks a question. They think, if I pause, I will look stupid. I will look slow. But the truth is the opposite. Confident speakers pause before they speak. They give themselves a second to breathe, to think, to relax. This 1-second pause makes your words more calm, more clear, and more controlled. Try it now. Ask yourself a question. What do you like to eat? Don't answer immediately. Pause for 1 second. Then say, I like rice and vegetables. You see? That short pause gives your brain a moment to organize the sentence. You sound more relaxed, and you feel more in control. Even native speakers do this. They pause all the time. So next time someone asks you a question in English, don't panic. Just pause, breathe, and then speak. Here's another great trick. Use time-buying phrases. These are simple phrases that give you more time to think, and they also make you sound natural. Here are a few examples. Let me think. I'm not sure, but that's a good question. Well, maybe. Let's say someone asks you, "What's your favorite movie?" Instead of saying, or going silent, you say, that's a good question. Let me think. I really like action movies. Maybe Fast and Furious. That's much better, right? You're still thinking, but you're not panicking. You're showing confidence. These phrases are like little bridges. They help you cross from silence to speech. Another powerful confidence trick is use your hands when you talk. Yes, use your hands. This may sound strange, but it works. When you use your hands, your brain feels more active. Your body feels more engaged. You look more confident, and you feel more confident. Watch any confident speaker, a teacher, a politician, a presenter. They all use hand movements. They point, they open their hands, they use gestures to show size or emotion. You can do this too. For example, when you say, "I have 2 ideas," show the number 2 with your fingers. When you say, "It's a big problem," stretch your hands wide. When you say, "I'm not sure," tilt your head and raise your hands slightly. These little movements support your words. They help the listener understand, and they help you stay calm and focused. Here's another idea. Speak slowly, on purpose. Many learners try to speak fast because they think it sounds more fluent. But speaking too fast makes you nervous. It increases the chance of mistakes. It makes your sentences confusing. Instead, slow down. Speak each word clearly. Take your time. Say, "I am learning English. Today, I went to the market. I think this movie is great." You don't need to rush. Speaking slowly is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of control, and it's easier for people to understand you. Another simple but powerful trick is to look up, not down. When we feel nervous, we look down at the ground, or we avoid eye contact. But confident people look up. They face forward. They look at the person they're talking to, or at the camera if they're recording themselves. Even if you don't feel strong inside, changing your body posture, standing tall, shoulders back, head up, sends a message to your brain. I've got this. It's a small change that makes a big difference. Let's put it all together. Imagine you're in a conversation. Someone asks you, "Why are you learning English?" Here's how a confident beginner answers. Pause. That's a good question. Smile. I'm learning English because I want to travel. I want to speak with people from other countries. It's not a long answer. It's not perfect grammar, but it's confident because it uses the tools we just learned. A pause, a time-buying phrase, simple, clear language, a slow speaking pace, natural hand movements, a calm body posture. These are things you can practice today, even if you're alone. Talk to yourself. Look in the mirror. Use your hands. Pause before you speak. Slow down your words. Say, "Let me think," when you need time. Confidence is not magic. It's not something you're born with. It's a skill. And like all skills, you can learn it, practice it, and build it, step by step. In the next chapter, we'll talk about how to take everything you've learned and use it in real conversations with friends, classmates, co-workers, or strangers. You'll learn how to start small conversations, ask questions, and keep the talk going without stress. Chapter 6. Turn English into a daily habit, not a scary subject. You've come so far. You've learned how to speak simple English. You've learned how to practice by yourself. You've learned how to stay confident, even when you forget a word. Now, in this final chapter, I want to help you do one more important thing, and this may be the most important thing of all. I want to help you turn English into a daily habit, not a scary subject. Let me explain. When we hear the word English, many of us think of school, grammar books, exams, red marks on paper. It feels like pressure. It feels like work. It feels like something we have to do, not something we enjoy. But here's the truth. English doesn't need to be scary. English can be small. English can be easy. English can be part of your life, just like brushing your teeth or drinking water. You don't brush your teeth once a week for 3 hours. You brush for 2 minutes every day. You don't drink 5 liters of water in 1 day and then nothing for 6 days. You take small sips all day long. This is how we stay healthy. And this is also how we become confident in English, with small moments every day. Let me show you how to do that. First, 1 minute in the morning. When you wake up, before you check your phone, before you start your day, speak 1 sentence in English. Just one. For example, good morning. Today is Monday. I feel sleepy, but I want to learn. I hope today will be a good day. Say it out loud. If you want, look in the mirror and smile when you say it. That's it. It's simple. But you are starting your day with English, and that's powerful. Next, 1 sentence before lunch. Around lunchtime, when you take a break, say something again in English. Just 1 sentence. Something like, I'm hungry. I want to eat something. I had a busy morning. I need a little rest. You can say it quietly to yourself or write it down in a notebook. You are not studying. You are living with English in a natural, stress-free way. Then, 1 thought in English at night. Before you sleep, think 1 sentence in English, not for school, not for a test, just for you. Maybe something like, today I learned a new word. I spoke English today. I'm proud. Tomorrow, I will try again. This is how English becomes part of your routine, part of your day, part of your thinking, part of you. And when something becomes part of you, it's no longer scary. It's just normal. Here's another idea that many people forget, but it's very powerful. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is magic. Let me explain. A lot of learners say, I already know this sentence. Why should I say it again? But that's the wrong question. The right question is, can I say it naturally, easily, without thinking? You may know the sentence, I am hungry, but can you say it without thinking? Can you say it with correct pronunciation? Can you say it quickly, Like a native speaker? That's why repetition is important. It makes the language automatic. It moves the words from your brain to your mouth. Try this. Take one simple sentence. I like coffee. Say it 10 times slowly. Then say it 10 times faster. Then change one word. I like tea. I like music. I like my job. You are not just learning words. You are building fluency. You are training your mouth, your ears, and your brain to work together. The best athletes in the world do the same move again and again. The best musicians play the same notes again and again. And the best English speakers? They speak the same sentence again and again until it becomes natural. So if you say, "But I'm only repeating the same sentence," I say, "Good, that means you're getting stronger." Let English live in your day, not just your notebook, not just your test scores. Here are some fun and easy ways to add English to your daily life. Change your phone language to English. Talk to your pet or plant in English. Read signs, labels, or menus in English. Watch one short English video every day and say one sentence about it. Make a phrase of the day notebook. One phrase, one sentence, every day. Even just 3 to 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to speak like a native. You just have to show up every day, speak a little, listen a little, think a little, in English. Over time, these little moments become a habit. And when something becomes a habit, it becomes easy. When it's easy, you don't feel afraid. You feel comfortable. You feel confident. That's the goal. Not perfect English, real English, daily English, confident English. So no more pressure, no more fear. From today, make English part of your life, not something you're scared of, but something you enjoy little by little every day. If you found these ideas helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. It really helps more learners like you find this content. And I want to hear from you. What is one simple sentence you can say in English today? It could be something you said this morning, something you want to say now, or something you plan to say tomorrow. Share it with me in the comments. Don't be shy. Speaking starts with just one sentence, and your sentence might inspire someone else. Let's learn and grow together.